Good morning, everyone. Hari Om. Welcome to, to Peace in Our Restless World. We have with us today Swami Swaroopanandaji, who will take us through an enchanting time to help us on a journey of self-discovery and inner peace. Can I please ask you all to welcome Swamiji? In today's fast-paced and chaotic world, achieving inner peace and calm can seem like an elusive goal. However, through the ancient wisdom of Vedanta and practice of yoga, we can learn to harness the power of our minds and create a harmonious life. Today, the event offers a holistic approach to well-being. Before we begin, I would like to invite Uncle KP to garland Swamiji. Uncle KP is our oldest trustee of the Hong Kong branch of the Chinmaya mission that is still here in Hong Kong. Before we proceed, can I request everyone to please put your mobile phones on silent, or better still, on airplane mode? I know it's really, really important to have our mobile phones with us, but just out of respect for our speaker and other participants, can I please request you all? Thank you. I now invite Srimati Resham Narayan to please introduce Swamiji.
Puja Swamiji, Swaminiji, attendees here. Hari Om and welcome to the Asia Society Hong Kong Center and its historical premises. It is my privilege to introduce Swami Swaroopananda, the global head of Chinmaya Mission, to you today. In 1984, he left Hong Kong, his family business, and worldly life to pursue his spiritual journey into Vedanta under the guidance of his guru, Swami Chinmayananda. After extensive training and discipline, overcoming physical difficulties too, he worked for the mission overseeing Hong Kong and Australia. There he met a student, I have to add, who asked the same questions of how and why. And with his guidance, today she sits here with us as the head of Hong Kong, Swami Swaroopananda. So thank you for that gift, Swamiji. In 1992, he took the vows of total renunciation, and his guru initiated him into the monastic order. Swamiji has worked tirelessly these past 3 decades that I had to make a list of his achievements and the things he'd done. Number 1, Chancellor of the new university, CVV, the Vishwa Vidyapith, tick. Chair of the Chinmaya International School, tick. Overseeing 600 centers, 100 schools, supervising village outreach programs, conducting endless workshops and seminars worldwide. Tick, 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 done, done, done. Well, he's published books and audio that are available at our bookshop at the back, and he's on all media platforms, Insta and Facebook. Done. That's some of it. Anyway, Swamiji, now it's our turn. So please teach us with your grace so that we'll remember and we'll know that in this time and this space that we too will remember that we've done this. Thank you.
Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. It's on, but it's not loud enough. Is it loud enough? Can you hear me? It's on, but it's not loud enough. Hari Om. All of you can hear me behind also? Because I'll speak louder than a little bit higher. Can you hear me now? Hari Om. Hari Om. It's coming and going. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Okay, in case you can't hear me behind, just put your hand up. I'll understand. Yeah? Can you hear me all? Okay. Hari Om and good morning to all of you present here on this Sunday morning for a session. Saturday? We could lead on till Sunday, don't you think? Because meditation is all about transcending everything, time, space. Today's session, how we'll go about, I will first explain, and then we shall have some sessions of guided meditation. First, we will understand what meditation is very briefly. So, what is meditation? Also, what is the goal of meditation? How to meditate? What are the obstacles or difficulties that one might face in meditation? How to remove it? And how should a meditator live in this world? Today the word meditation has become very, very popular. And if you ask anybody what is meditation, they will say, oh, to have peace of mind, first and foremost. And everybody wants peace of mind. Yeah. But each one gives each other a piece of their mind. So we all want peace of mind. And very often, even on flights, I meet people, and when they know that I am a teacher of meditation, immediately they say, can you teach us meditation on the flight? Yeah. So I tell them that I'm just going to have a session in the town where we are landing, why don't you come? No, but they want it immediately. So I ask them, why do you want meditation? Oh, because meditation gives peace. And sometimes I have to remind them that people meditate to have peace. But the funny thing is, you can't meditate till you have peace. Isn't it? If your mind is very disturbed and agitated, can you have peace? Can you meditate? The certain amount of poise is required in your day-to-day living. Then only you are able to meditate. Therefore, how do you prepare yourself for meditation? Somebody asked Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmaya, how many hours should we meditate? He said, only 24 hours. Only 24 hours. Because if your 23 and a half hours of the day is with agitations, disturbance, frustrations, then even that half an hour that you attempt to sit in meditation will be difficult. If most of you sitting here are meditating, it is because to a great extent your day-to-day living, your moment-to-moment living is with certain attitude that keeps your mind relatively, not completely, relatively poised. And for that, one thing we have to always remember, that the world is a pair of opposites. There is heat, there is cold. There is pleasure, there is pain. There is joy, there is sorrow. There is success, there is failure. But none of them are permanent. Failure can be turned into success in a short time, as well as success can turn into failure. One who is not affected, not that one doesn't experience it, but not overly disturbed by these changes, is then fit for eternal peace and happiness. Therefore, all our cultural upbringing, whether in India or in China, all our value systems are basically to help us to keep ourselves balanced in these ever-changing pairs of opposites. This is a very important thing to note, because who is a meditator? Who is fit for meditation? Then what is it that we all are seeking? We are all seeking peace. We are all seeking happiness. Even this peace and happiness are not two separate things. You cannot say, I'm very happy but I'm disturbed. Or I'm peaceful but I'm sad. Where there is peace, there is happiness. Where there is happiness, there is peace. And we all are seeking this everlasting peace and happiness. If at this moment you might think, no, that's not what I am seeking, but keep inquiring, keep asking yourself, in everything that you want, every relationship that you have, every success that you are aspiring for, at the end of it, if I am not peaceful and happy, is it worth it? Even wealth, if it does not give me peace and happiness, then for what are we struggling day and night, getting ourselves worried and anxious, when all the time what we seek is peace and happiness? So all our cultural upbringing, attitudes, our value systems, all these help us to keep ourselves in a state of mental well-being. Today, if you go to universities, they're talking about this mental well-being and thinking that they will take some yoga sessions or some meditation and the whole university is going to change. But unfortunately, people will not be able to even sit in meditation until and unless there is a balanced way of living and not getting into the cause of our mental ill health or mental disturbance. It's like taking a pill called as meditation and thinking that all the symptoms of whose cause is something different will come to an end. So who is the meditator who is prepared for meditation? Now, those who want to sell a meditation course, anybody can attend, anybody can do. And they'll put on some music of rain falling, or birds chirping. You even hear that on your player at home. You can calm yourself down, but temporary. Therefore, not that that is also not helpful. Whenever, in whichever way, whether through hearing music, being out in nature, being with people who make you feel calm, all that is helpful. But the real meditator is one, first and foremost, who does not get overly affected by these changes of life. Therefore, in whatever happens in life, again, success or failure, keep yourself balanced. Don't let anything in the world overly affect you, because nothing in this world is permanent. Neither become proud when you have got wealth and joy, nor become sad when you lose wealth, or there are some difficulties or challenges in your life. And this is possible when you start becoming self-aware. Then you recognize that what I want is peace and happiness. And why have I given the strings of my happiness to the people, situations, and things around me? Yeah. We all want to be happy, but we condition our happiness that only if I have this thing, only if I am with this person, only if situations are the way I want them to be, not how even your spouse, your siblings, your colleagues may want, but how I want to be. And thus, our mind remains constantly disturbed. And such a mind, not that anything is impossible, not even meditation is impossible, but meditation will be difficult. Again, temporary quietude of mind also is there in sleep. That sleep state is not meditation. So first of all, we are seeking peace and happiness. To prepare ourselves for meditation, we should live a life of positive attitude to the things, beings. Don't keep on reading news and say, oh, there's a war here, and do something about it if you can. Yeah? But don't feel, oh, what will happen to the world? Why is this happening? Why does God do this? Why get yourself disturbed? Yeah? He's the boss, let him manage it. Yeah? You manage what you can manage. Keeping such attitude, keep your mind balanced in all situations of life. There are some situations we might get a little bit overly disturbed. But when many aspects of your life are balanced, you will be able to cope up with those changes. This is how very beautifully in the science of spirituality, and especially the 6th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, where meditation is pointed out. First, Sri Krishna points out who is the meditator. And he says, one who can do his or her bounden duty, whatever is our duties, professional, family, personal, but duties that are essential, who do their duties, but not worried, not anxious, not attached, not obsessive for the results of action, but rather one who is accepting. Such a person indeed is a yogi. Such a person indeed is a sannyasi, a person who is free from the attachment to the changing world, and goes to say that those who are unaffected by the world can only be called as yogis. Yogi means those whose mind in the beginning relatively balanced, relatively controlled. This is how the introduction to meditation is given. Now, we are seeking peace and happiness. This much knowledge is required because otherwise, what are we to meditate upon? What are we to meditate upon? What are we seeking through meditation? Are we seeking some temporary peace? Are we seeking something to heal our body? So many things for which people are meditating today. And no doubt, all these byproducts of meditation is there. But they alone cannot give us that sense of satisfaction and peace, happiness that we all are seeking. Even if your body is healed for some time, which is good, it's essential to live our life as well as to sit in meditation. That's why we have the yama, niyamas, as well as the asanas, pranayama. Some of you are familiar with these terms. It is all to prepare yourself for the highest leap in meditation. But you must be very clear. What are we seeking through meditation? What is the purpose of meditation? So when we become aware that what we are seeking is permanent peace, not temporary peace, but permanent peace, then only we'll understand what is the significance and what is meditation. Otherwise, people just think that some form of concentration meditation, a particular way of sitting is meditation, just calming the mind is meditations. All these are steps to meditation, but what is the final goal of meditation and what is called as meditation? That's important to know. So what is it that we are trying to seek in meditation? And in simple words, we all are seeking permanent, everlasting peace and happiness. Give me a nod, yes or no. Thank God nobody gave the Indian nod. I'm not sure. We're all seeking peace and happiness. And it's that title only that has brought us here, is it not? We do not come here to become restless. Nor have we come here to be excited like in a nightclub. We are here because we want peace. Now, another very deep textbook of Vedanta, Vedanta means the acme of knowledge, the highest knowledge, which says very clearly, I'll quote the Sanskrit verse, you don't have to remember it or understand it, but I'll explain it. Aprayatnat prayatnadva mudho napnoti nirvritim tattva nischaya matrena pragyo bhavati nirvritaha. Very, very beautiful, deep, profound declaration of truth and what is meditation. This great enlightened master is speaking to an almost enlightened master. I say almost means there, but just to be established in it. And says very clearly, it is not by effort, nor by no effort, that one can attain peace. Now you get suddenly confused. It is neither by effort or no effort that one can attain peace. But the moment the person knows the truth, that is peace, that moment that person does not attain peace, that person becomes peace. Powerful statement. You hear of many such saints who themselves were so peaceful that you went in their presence, you became peaceful. Yeah? We know our own Gurudev Swami Chinmaya, so dynamic, so active. But you sat in his presence, even though his discourses would be roaring. But you sat in his presence, and immediately your mind would become so peaceful that you can understand that what peace they must be in themselves. They become peace itself. Now, just to give you an explanation so that we understand that meditation is not doing something or doing something. Some people will say, don't do anything, that's meditation. Some will say, oh, but you have to do something. In fact, they'll ask, what do I do in meditation? Now, you may not ask these questions, but these notions are there in our mind. And that's why most of you will feel that I am meditating, I've been very sincere. But why is that fulfillment, that state of permanence not coming in? Because we do hold on to these notions. Therefore, particularly Indians will ask, what do I do in meditation? Tell me a technique of meditation. Give me a mantra for meditation. Because we are so used to doing, and we attain something only by doing. So meditation is not doing something. Meditation is not doing something. Then others say, meditation is not doing, it is undoing. So they go for detoxification, physical, mental, you're undoing the mess that you had created before, the clutter that is there in the mind. Not that that's not needed, but that is also not meditation. So for those who want to attain peace, must recognize that peace is not attained by doing something, because when you do something, you have to become active. There's a struggle. So you only disturb the peace that is there. And if you say don't do anything, by merely sitting down, you don't attain peace. Because your mind gets, but what do I do now? Now suppose if I just came in here and one of those cliche spiritual masters, just sit and feel my peace. Does nothing. So, if the Guru does not speak, how many students will understand and their ignorance be removed? And by merely speaking and listening without the right attitude, does the ignorance go? Therefore, neither by doing nor by not doing is peace attained. So just you sit down and do nothing. You can go to sleep. Relatively, your mind, you might think, will get calm. But then from inside, so many disturbances start coming. And then you say, what do I do? What do I do? You start getting restless. So neither by doing, not by not doing, nor undoing, does one attain peace. But the moment you know the truth, you attain peace. Now let me give you an example, and even just listening to this, you can attain peace, because you will discover. Ready for it? Yeah. Before we walked into this hall, any one of us walked into this hall, what was there in this hall? Silence, isn't it? Then one by one you started trickling in. You went to the registration or information counter. You came and sat. You moved your chair. You met some of your friends, or you made some acquaintances, and you started interacting with each other. Now, because of meditation, relatively it was quiet. Normally, some of you know that when suddenly you meet, hi, how are you? Just all noise started. Then somebody said, sit down. For a brief moment, there was quietude. Then the MCs started speaking. There was again, good or bad, there was some disturbance in the silence. Then they said, Swamiji is arriving. Yeah. Suddenly, everybody is quiet. And then more commotion, garland, chant. Yeah. However nice, the silence is disturbed. Then the mic is not working. Somebody moves around, tuck, 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 dum, dum, dum. Yeah. Sound is there. Before we came in, there was silence. When we leave from here, all of us, there will be silence. And what creates disturbance in the silence? Our activity, our conversation, is it or is it not? Same way, in your mind also, when some mental activity starts, there is disturbance. Now, if I want to attain silence, I want to attain peace, that notion itself will prevent us. Because it is a goal to be reached somewhere in time, in some other condition, in some other place. Is it not? Now, if in this room, after everybody, you are relatively quiet, but there is no silence right now because I am continuously speaking. Is it not? Now, if we want silence, what do I do? Shut up. I keep quiet. There is silence. So know that silence is the substratum. Silence or peace is ever present. Not only outside, but also inside. All we have to do is discover it. Now, when you say discover, to even remove a cover, there seems to be some action. Because we can't be without action. But if you see all the steps that are pointed out in meditation, whichever type of meditation you are already doing or not doing, even better. Because then you can start with the right footing. Whether you're doing it rightly or wrongly, what you should recognize is that what constitutes meditation. We cannot be without actions, we cannot be without thoughts right now. But if you tell someone, don't think, try. The moment I say don't think, you start thinking, how do I don't think? And you can't get an answer, so you say, how do I don't think? Yeah? So, if you understand the very technique of meditation, if you tell someone, don't be fidgety, don't move, you will exactly do that. It's just like your children. Whatever you tell them, or teenagers, whatever you tell them not to do, they are going to do it. Same way is your mind. You tell your mind, even you command your mind, it will revolt. So rather, you tell your mind to do something. And that is, now I'll tell you the steps also as I'm explaining, so that when we take you through guided meditation, you will understand all the steps. So what is the method, how to meditate? First and foremost instruction is sit in meditation. Walking meditation and all that is just a cliche. It's just that you be attentive and all that. It is said first sit. Then it is said sit steady with your back, neck and head in a straight line. Now when you say sit, you have a conscious positive thought, that I have to do something, because you're so used to doing. But the moment you sit straight and steady without moving, without being fidgety, what happens? Think about it. Which means you are not moving. You are not doing anything. Then people say, then why don't I lie down and meditate? That will be even more comfortable. But then you will go to sleep. Therefore, sit steady. And when your mind is concentrating on sitting steady, you automatically stop moving. If you tell in the negative term, don't move, immediately your mind will start agitating. So look at even the technique, sit steady. Once you do that, when your body is not active, there is a link between your body, your breath, your mind, all three. So when your body is steady, your mind also relatively becomes steady, not without thoughts, but becomes steady. Try it. When you sit for some time without movement, otherwise, can you imagine so many neurons are firing to make one movement of your hand? But if you sit steady, all those energies that are being used get channelized into your internal thinking. Then it is said, shut the world outside. Now you say, shut the world off. How can I shut the world off? I've got children to look after. I've got family to do. No? Close your eyes. So you don't see things or beings outside. Keep your mouth without chewing gum. As people say, help me to concentrate. Yeah? So your taste buds, your eyes, and keep a distance between anybody, even if you're together somewhere. So no touch. There are only two sense organs you cannot shut. One is your sense of smell, because your nose has to be open. And even if you put ear plugs, some sound will enter. And therefore, whatever sound enters through your ears, whatever smell that comes through your nose, when it comes, leave it at the doorway. Which means, if you smell something, you don't ask, what perfume is this person wearing? Or what food is cooking? Yeah? Don't brood over it. You hear someone whispering. Yeah? Don't try to think, what are they saying? So this way, you are able to withdraw your senses. That's why it says, close your eyes. Don't eat anything. Don't make any movement by saying that you are, be steady. Now, when external stimuli also are not disturbing you, less and less disturbance takes place in the mind. It is just creating a conducive atmosphere of less disturbance. Then you must watch your steady body. Now, when you are watching your steady body, you've got something to concentrate upon. Yeah? Something to concentrate upon. But because it is steady, your mind also becomes steady. Relatively, it becomes steady. When I say relatively, even with this one step, there are people who just relax, and you must have also in yoga classes learned Shavasana, where you lie down, relax your muscles, and very often people do go to sleep because you hear snoring, and it's not chanting of Om. But you get so relaxed that you can go to sleep. So even though these are very, very simple steps, if we don't go step by step, then meditation can be a struggle. Now, many of these have been taught by us only to all of you, or to some of you. All of you must have learned meditation. You must have been taught, because it's the first basic step. There are courses on meditation. You go for 3 weeks, and all they do is tell you to sit down and watch the steady body. Yeah? And your mind becomes relatively quiet. But that doesn't remove your ignorance. Therefore, when you come back, there's a good feel. But the house problems, office problems, all are there. And these kind of preparations, if they are not there, it just becomes, you go to the hospital, get a cleanse or a symptomatic treatment, and you come back. Not that the technique is bad, but we only want to do it to that extent, not knowing what is the ultimate goal of meditation. Then, as you relax and make the body steady, and you watch the body which is steady, you'll find the mind becomes steady, not without thoughts. Maybe for some time you're without thoughts, you pretty much go between sleep and agitation. Then when you get that kind of quietude, then you can start understanding that what really is meditation. And the scriptures point out meditation, and this is very important, is neither an action, neither physical or mental. It is being aware of the awareness. Being aware of your own true peaceful nature. That is called as meditation. And each step that is guided as to sit straight, but you must become aware of your body. Be aware of the relaxation of your body. Be aware of the breathing. Be aware of the thoughts of your mind. And the last stage is become aware of the awareness. A contradiction in itself. But become aware of the awareness. And that is the highest practice of meditation, if you call it. Which means becoming aware or knowing the one who is aware of the agitations of your mind as well as the calmness of your mind. And when you become aware that I am the awareness, I am the seer of all my thoughts, and your mind attempts to turn towards this awareness, all other objects from your mind, you can't just remove them. They cease. And where there is no object, there is pure awareness. It's called objectless awareness. Thoughtless meditation. That is what is called as nirvikalpa samadhi. So I've told you the whole process, and I will take you through the guided session up to that point where you are aware of all your thoughts. And there you have to take that leap beyond. Yeah? The two main obstacles in meditation is the distraction of the mind, and the other, the greatest jeopardizer of meditation is sleep. Because our mind knows now only two conditions. Active, even not agitated but active, and the other is whenever it is calm, only when it is asleep. So the moment your mind becomes calm, why I'm giving all this explanation with your eyes open and you all are wide awake, I don't see one, I see one eye sleeping. Okay, there has to be one at least, right? Sleeping, why? Congratulate yourself, which means your mind has become calm. My voice has been very soothing. Yeah. So when the mind becomes calm, then you have a tendency to go to sleep because it's been a habit for us. And therefore, as our Gurudev would say, you have to walk the thin banks of sleepiness to reach the other side. And how do you avoid this? First and foremost, daily yama and niyama. Yoga Shastra, I'm not going to go into explanation of all of them, but Sri Krishna says, moderation in your eating. One who eats too much will also feel sleepy. One who doesn't eat at all also will feel sleepy. If these instructions Siddhartha had heard, he did not have to go through that complete years of torture to find the middle path, to become Buddha. Yeah. He lived a life of pleasure as a king, as a prince. Gave that all up because mind remains agitated. Then went into fasting and complete denial of everything, that became so weak that he could not even reach the river to drink water. And therefore, these extremes should not be followed. And eating is not only with your mouth, food, which of course, in Hong Kong we love. Yeah? One who eats too much or eats too less. One who sleeps too much also, beyond sunrise, and who sleeps too less. They also will find difficult to meditate. Now, when you say these two terms also, you have to recognize something. What is that? That these two terms which have been used, eat means what you eat through your senses, eyes, ears. Therefore, now also you say if you see too much at night, your mobile phones, you will not be able to go to sleep. And these days, without looking at the mobile phone also, you can't sleep. So, the one who sees too much, one who hears too much, even how much we hear, what we eat, all goes to help us in our meditation. Therefore, moderation. Don't say moderation in everything, including drinking. Yeah. For a meditator, your mind has to be alert and brilliant. And therefore, all aspects that make your mind single-pointed, undistracted, is what is required for meditation. Of course, healing of the body takes place, but you don't have to worry about it. Detoxification of the mind's impurities takes place. You don't struggle about it. And don't limit yourself only up till there. For far infinite is when you go beyond the mind. Therefore, at first you have to master the mind, then you have to go beyond the mind. Yeah. So I have given the whole picture of what constitutes meditation. Now, if you're quiet, relaxed and awake, we can straight go into guided meditation. Otherwise, if you want to get up and stretch, would you like to get up and stretch? Yeah? So what we will do is not any wild movements, because we want your mind calm for the next part of the session, which is guided meditation. Since I've given all the explanation, I will not explain each step, but just take you through those guided meditation steps. Okay. Now, we have Arvind here, who will just teach, not teach you, but just guide you into some simple stretches so that you are actually relaxed. So, if you come here, instruct. Sham sir.
Check, check, check. It's good. Can you all hear me? Hello, namaste. So, to start the yoga session, I would like you to all stand up, but maybe you can remove your footwear. Yeah. And yeah, you can keep it under the chair. And stand up. You can space yourself out, like an arm distance or even half an arm distance, as long as your body doesn't really touch anyone.
And about yoga, always understand, do as much as you can. Don't overdo.
So I won't be able to hold the mic the whole time, but I can be loud enough. So I'll put the mic down, but before that, we just want you to say, take the blessings of Guruji before you start your practice. Open your eyes, relax your hands, make your feet slightly wider so you're relaxed, and just start with loosening. Been sitting around for a while. Just loosen your arms. Everything is just loose.
You all can see him, otherwise Sham, come on the stage. We'll be able to see you better, and then you don't have to give instruction, just follow his movements. Now just keep your feet on the ground. Just fold your hands, keep it close to your chest. Close your eyes and see how automatically your body aligns the very center of your body. Just for a few moments. Keep your hands folded, keep it close to your chest. Let us chant Om together, and very gently after that you sit down. Now gently sit down. Those who are on the ground can be cross-legged. Others, keep your feet firmly on the ground, not crossed, just straight. Try to keep maximum base so that you feel stable. Those who can sit on the ground, feel free to sit on the ground. Keep your back, neck and head in a straight line. You've got firm back chairs. Yeah. Take its support, but don't slip down into your chair. Keep your backs steady. Interlock your hands in front of you and just drop it close to your body. Now for a few minutes, just close your eyes. If at any period of time you feel sleepy, don't make any movements, but just take in deep breath and then just let out without a sound. Take a few deep breaths and let it out with a sound. Let it out without sound. The oxygen will wake you up. And if even still you're struggling, then you can just open your eyes, but just follow all the instructions. But for now, close your eyes. Keep your back, neck and head in a straight line. It will be helpful if you can picture a beautiful, shining, golden pillar of light passing from your lower spine, right through the center of your head. Just visualize it. If you can picture it, you'll find that your spine makes its subtle adjustments so that the spinal channel is aligned to the center. Even few moments of steadiness of the body, you see how relatively, in spite of the present activity we did, the mind becomes quiet. Now together, we'll relax most of the muscles of our body, and even though those who regularly meditate want to get over with meditation as a daily ritual, but it's important that you relax the body, and as the body muscles relax, not only do you release the tension in the body, but also those emotions, suppressed emotions that lie locked in these muscles, causing them tension, as well as you feel your mind, even your progress, restricted. We need not sit and analyze which emotion is locked where. But as you release your muscles, certain thoughts, certain emotions may rise up in your consciousness. Do not judge them, just let them pass away. Later we can do this even without tensing our muscles, but just mentally telling it to relax. But today, and the beginning stages, it's helpful to go through the relaxation by tensing the muscle and releasing the muscle. So take your attention to your right foot without making much movements. Just slightly curl your toe, curl all the 5 toes and release. Feel the relaxation. Tighten your calf muscles Contract the muscles around your knees. Relax. Contract your thigh muscles, your hamstrings. Relax. Contract the muscles that you are sitting on, your glutes. Contract them. Relax. Do the same with the left toes, ankles, calf muscles, thigh muscles, and again the bottom muscles. Do this on your own. Now feel your lower back muscles. This is where most people carry a lot of mental load. And even though you may not carry physical load, you feel a load on your lower back. Give it a gentle mental massage. Let it relax. Breathe in maximum air into your stomach. Let your belly muscles expand and gently pull in your stomach, letting out or exhaling the air, and as though your stomach is reaching out to your spine, release. Contract your chest muscles. Release. Gently lift your shoulders to reach your ears as much as without straining, and then gently drop it. Contract your triceps, your biceps, your arms below your elbow, one by one. Squeeze your fingers together. Release. Same way to your left arm, your triceps, your biceps. Release. Give a mental brush on your shoulders. This is where we carry all our worries, inhibitions, burdens. Just let them slip off your shoulders. Brush them down. Contract your neck muscles. Release. Give a mental smile, not physical, mental smile. And see how, rather than getting tensed, your muscles of the face relaxes. Squeeze your eyes a little bit and then relax. Feel the center of your head, the crown of your head. And just as the Ganga flows from Shivji's head, feel that cooling, relaxing stream pass through every nerve of your body. Now, if you feel any tension anywhere, just mentally tell that place to relax, that particular muscle to relax. Now become aware of your breathing. Don't try to breathe differently. Just observe your breathing, and it will correct itself if necessary. Keep observing, and the highest level of pranayama takes place. At each step, be aware and then shift your awareness to watch your thoughts. See how calm, or in some case agitated, the mind may be. But just observe the flow of your thoughts. Don't judge them. Don't get carried away with them. Whether there are some worries or something exciting that you might have to do, or some memory. Just stand apart and watch the flow of your thoughts. Sometimes the mind will be quiet and very few thoughts may be there. Sometimes you become aware of those simple thoughts. You either judge it, you want to eliminate it, and most important, that you might get fascinated with it and get carried away, building more chains of thoughts. Resist that tendency and just be an observer. This is where it is helpful to have the same series of thoughts so that no other thoughts come to the mind, and that one series of thoughts you can easily stand apart and watch the flow of thoughts. If those flow of thoughts are repetitive, calming, inspirational, then it is easy to stand apart from your thoughts. But at the same time, be awake, be vigilant, and observe the flow of thoughts. That's when a mantra becomes very helpful. Not only it makes the mind calm, rhythmic, keeps away all other distracting thoughts. But when we know the meaning, then becomes indicator of the consciousness that I am. When such mantras we are devoted to, we are dedicated to its daily chanting, whether loudly or in the quietude of your mind, it removes all other thoughts. And slowly, slowly, when you don't identify, but remain as a mere witness to those thoughts, even those merge into silence. A mantra is helpful in many ways. But mere mantra chanting is also not meditation. But when you chant the mantra in the mind, you develop focus, single-pointedness, inspiration, rhythm, and the ability to stand apart and watch the flow of thoughts. Having invoked the blessings of our Guru, teacher, all mantras are sacred because they help us to calm the mind, to free the mind, to make it focused, and then go beyond. I will chant a mantra. You just repeat in your mind. And as you repeat in your mind, just watch the flow of thoughts, like you would watch the flow of water in a river without jumping into it. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Sometimes the mind can become absolutely quiet, but when again thoughts come up, chant the mantra in your mind. Sometimes faster, sometimes louder, sometimes slow. And as the mind becomes quieter and quieter, let the mantra fade into silence. Just remain there. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Thoughts or no thoughts, I am aware of both the thoughts and the absence of the thoughts. Even if it is temporary, if I notice the gap between two thoughts, recognize that I, the awareness, and the observer and witness of the thoughts in in fact, the body, the pranas, vital air, the mind. I am aware of them all. I am present with or without them. And as we get more and more immersed in this awareness, I recognize that I am not this body. Not just say it, not just repeat it, but recognize that I, the seer, I, the awareness, I, the consciousness, am aware of the body, its pains and discomforts. I'm aware of the senses, their calmness and the excitement. I'm aware of my respiration. I'm aware of the thoughts of my mind. I am ever present as consciousness. I am that auspiciousness, peace, blissful quietude. That is Shiva. Shivoham, Shivoham. Before we get up from the seat of meditation, we express gratitude to the Lord, the entire universe, our Guru, by mentally bowing down but feeling blessed. Say a prayer of well-being for everybody. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. May everyone be happy. Sarve santu niramaya. May everyone be free of disease. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. May all see auspiciousness, goodness around, and have a sense of well-being for oneself and everyone. May no one have to suffer, especially from me, nor do I need to suffer. So that we don't lose this peace, we can chant before we get up from the seat of meditation, start other conversations. We chant some stotram if we know, some bhajan, some hymn. Then get up from the seat of meditation. And as we go into the world of activities, keep remembering that at the core of your personality is you, the awareness, which does not become affected by the condition of these equipments, the body, the senses, the pranas, the mind, the intellect. And as you practice regularly, more and more you have abidance in this knowledge that I am the eternal consciousness. I am peace, Shantam. I am calm, pure, ever in well-being, Shivam. I am bliss, beautiful, Sundaram. I am the eternal truth. And all these happenings around me, ever changing, are but a divine play. Play your role and every day go backstage to remind yourself that neither are you the incidents in the play, nor can they affect you, nor are you the role that you are playing or the identity that you are portraying. Without all those, I exist. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurureva Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chinmayam Vyapiyat Sarvam Trailokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Now may gently rub your hands. Let the friction warm your hands. Cup it on your eyes. And then gently open your eyes. As you may be aware, we have our Chinmaya Seva Ashram at Modi Road, where our Swami Swaroopanandaji is there, and regular sessions on Vedanta, meditation are carried on there. We have also regular Vedanta sessions that knowledge is required to go beyond the mind and to know what is the goal of meditation and what to meditate upon. To be part of it and let your meditation be clearer, more intensified, and in this life itself attain that peace. So those of you who would like to know more about it, our sevaks, volunteers are there at the information desk. There is books, material, discourses, even some discourses on guided meditation, the meaning of different mantras also, and latest we've also come up with the meaning, the indicative meaning of Om Namah Shivaya also. Talks are available, guidance is also available on the YouTube channel called as Chinmaya YouTube channel. Thus you can continue to benefit, grow spiritually. And our Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda's whole life dedication and work was so that not just a few selected people, but the maximum people can grow, each one in their own pace, spiritually, and gain enlightenment in this life itself, and thus provided various means, inspired many devotees not only to help themselves, but to help others also to grow. All this is being given with no demand. Whatever people out of their love and dedication want to serve, want to offer, want to learn, they are all free to do that. So with that, I invoke the blessings of God, of Guru, on all of you present here. Keep growing in your meditation. When you start off, it'll always be just like bicycling, a bit rocky. But practice makes it perfect. And actually, Gurudev would say, there are no failures in meditation. Just meditate, remaining your own inner self, who is the Guru, who is the Lord, will guide you and take you. We ever remain grateful for the teacher who shows us our own inner teacher. So, continue with dedication. Whenever you find any difficulties or problems, invoke the Lord of your heart, invoke the Guru, and those obstacles almost miraculously disappear. But don't stop, don't give up. Continue. Even as much as, even not fully, but as much as you've understood, as much as the steps that you're following. If you start practicing, whatever you have learnt now, whatever you've been initiated into, the next step will arise from your deeper mind, and you will be guided. Better become perfect at each step, but don't stop at each step. And you will glide into the higher steps. Finally, going beyond is with this knowledge, and keep learning, keep becoming clear about this knowledge, and directly become aware in your meditation. So wishing you all the best. If there's any announcements.
Thank you, Swamiji. Sometimes moments like these make you realize how inadequate words can be. With that, as Swamiji said, there are Chinmaya Mission has been in Hong Kong for about 50 years, and we have regular weekly adult and children classes. If you need to know more about upcoming events such as these, please follow us on our social media channels. And there are QR codes at the bookstall. So on your way out, as you're proceeding, have a look at the books and also scan the QR code for the upcoming events and what's happening at Chinmaya Mission as well. Also, Swamiji has an absolutely amazing social media presence. So if you're looking to fall down a rabbit hole, that's the one you need to follow. The books at the stand have books by Swamiji as well as children's books for Swamini by Swamiji that make absolutely excellent gifts and giveaways for this festive season. So thank you. I would also like to thank the Asia Society Hong Kong for giving us this beautiful venue to host this event. And I would like Alison to just come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Swamiji, for the holistic and transformative experience here today. I'm Celine, and this is Maddie. We're both from development and membership team here at Asia Society. The site here, we're standing here right now, it's a historical site that was built in the mid-19th century. Recently, in the last 10 years, it was transformed into a intellectual hub where we invite a lot of the leaders and experts in the business and business and policy, arts and culture areas to exchange dialogues with our chairman, Mr. Ronnie Chan.
So thank you so much again, Swamiji, for being here. This was an amazing event, and we're so thankful for to all of you for coming as well. We just wanted to share a bit more about Asia Society in case any of you are interested in getting more involved. So we are an educational nonprofit organization, and we host a variety of events in business, policy, arts, and culture, and throughout the year. So one way that we sustain and support our mission to foster community and navigate shared futures between Asia and the world is through membership. My colleague Celine will explain a bit more about that.
We actually have different types of membership, individual, corporate, and family membership, and more. The membership fee for individual it's $1,600 a year, and we have benefits including wellness programs that we run twice a month, and other perks such as discount at Bookazines or Conrad. And there are also curated programs and tours. If you're interested in knowing more, you can come and find Mehdi or myself here. And we can also, there's also forms at the reception table. We also offer a 20% discount for membership, for new members joining through this event today. And we're also able to bring you on for a tour at the site if you're interested. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.